Hey, hi guys, welcome to another video. And in this particular video, I'm going to talk about Burp Suite Professional. So if you could see that this is the Burp Suite Professional 2020, and I'm using pretty much the latest version. So this video will be not about not only about exploring different features of this Burp Suite Pro, but also I'm going to talk about some of the tips and tricks that usually nobody talks about on Burp Suite Pro on internet. I've been using this Bubsuit Pro for again like 7 8 year now. This is one of my favorite tool. In fact, I have got chance to work with different other application security scanner like HP Web Inspect, NetSparker, IBM AppScan, Standard, all those things. But still, I feel like Bubsuit Pro is my favorite and really great tool, which has helped me a lot to capturing some hundreds or even millions of vulnerability. Right, so let's get started with this particular video. And if you're new to my channel, then please go ahead and click on subscribe to the channel. Do hit like and share this video so that everybody get to know about different information or security related videos that I post on this particular channel, right? So earlier I have already posted a video on Bubsuite Community Edition. So if you are pretty much beginner, then you can go ahead and watch this. But this particular is about Bubsuite Professional, and I'm going to leak about some of the tips and tricks. So again, this is not going to be only single video. There are more videos coming on Bubsuite Pro so that you get more knowledge about this Bubsuite Pro tool. So let's get started with this Burp Pro. And the first menu is this particular menu itself, which is one of the very great feature if you see like Inflator, Click Bandit, and Collaborator, which is not typically available with Bubsuite Community Edition, but it's specifically available with Bubsuite Pro. So again, Click Bandit is more of like for testing some of the browser related stuff. Even I use for testing for clickjacking and other things. So this is pretty much helpful while generating the proof of concept, right? So if you want a dedicated video on Click Bandit, then I can definitely go ahead and make it. So do let me know in the comment box. The next one is your collaborator client. Again, I believe this is one of the very famous plugin, or I would say very famous option in Bubsuite Pro, which is really helpful for detecting vulnerability like SSRF, or even while going for XXE and all those different vulnerability where there is some client server interaction, right? So this will give you one I mean, temporary address which could be used for making some external communication. Really handful tool, or really handful feature while performing any security assessment, or maybe even for generating the proof of concept. Do let me know in the comment box if you want me to make a video on collaborator also. But yeah, I just try to give you some idea about these tools. Now there are other project options, so you can basically save a project, you can import a project. So I have already spoke about that in the previous video. Like, you can save the project, and let's say we are 2 to 3 people working on a particular assessment, then we can basically exchange the project file so that the other people also can resume from the same place where the first people have left. Again, the intruder is already there with the Bobsuit free edition, but here there are some of the trick with this Bobsuit Pro. In intruder specifically, let me actually go back to the intruder tab. Okay, so here you could see that it has different battering ram, pitchfork, which is also there in Bobsuit Community Edition, but the real stuff is in payload, where you have this option, right? You can change different payload type, like you can change, let's say, character blocks. You can change for ECB block shuffler. So you can also go for bit flipper. These are some of the really cool, I believe, scenario specific option that you need some time, and it is only available with Bobsuit Pro, not with any other such tool also. You can basically go for number. Let's say I'm checking for IDOR. This is one of the tips like which I typically use. Let's say I found a number like 5,000. Okay, and I actually wanted to go for 5,000 to let's say 3,000, and I want to go by how many steps? -1. Decrease by one by one. So that way it will decrease the 5,000 to less than. That's how it is going to work, right? So again, you can go for incremental basis also, like you can go for +1, how many steps one, and it will also go for increasing the number from let's say 5,000 to, let's say, 30,000. Okay, so that's how it is going to work. There are also different processing rule that you can basically set. Again, this is not something that everybody talks about. You can go for match and replace rule. Again, one of the thing that typically long back I used to use for detecting IDOR another thing. Even right now we have authorized extension, which we'll talk about slide bit later. But yes, this invoke bop extension is also something really interesting, because based on the rule you can invoke a specific extension. Really great feature. I am going to talk about that some day on different video, so make sure you subscribe to my channel for that. There are more such options, like you can go for repeater. I think pretty much same, all those whatever is available with the repeater you can get the same stuff over here. Again, detach another thing. Logger plus plus is, I believe, one of the great extension which is really helpful. So here is one of the tip. So whenever you are actually scanning an application, you can go ahead and use this logger plus plus extension, so that you get some idea like what your tool is doing basically in the backend, right? So I'll try to show you one of the real simple demo over here in some second. So the proxy is important tab. Again, Bobsuit has really great like documentation and everything. And yeah, here you will get the scanner highlighted, like high, medium, low risk kind of vulnerability you get to see over here. And here is the event log, and you can also see the audit traffic and even crawl. Now this is the latest version, so there is something known as new scan or a new live scan. These are some of the workflow driven kind of option which is added in, I believe, from 2018 or 19 sometime earlier. It doesn't used to be like this. Okay, so you can basically define a scan details, like what do you wanted to do, whether you wanted to crawl and audit, whether we only want to crawl or URL to scan. Let me just quickly go ahead and show you. Let's perform a simple scan over here. So in the target you can basically see like which target you want to scan, right? So this Bob Pro has this open browser feature. So the moment you click in, this will basically open the browser instance for you. Now you don't have to set up proxy and other thing, because this is already intercepting traffic with the Bob Suite tool. So let's just go ahead and run one of the website. Sorry. Okay, so the moment you open this demo.testfire.net, and you could see that in the history it is basically capturing all those traffic, right? You can also go for, okay, let's say I'm going for this sign in feature. The moment I click on sign in, it's a pretty much same stuff that we are using already with our Bobsuit community. So let me just go ahead and perform admin login, and yeah, so it is basically taking me to the admin user. So let's just go ahead and try scanning this feature or even crawl. Okay, so to do that, I have to first go ahead and include this particular website to my list. So I can say add to scope. So this is in my scope right now. Now in the Bob proxy history also, there is one thing which is enabled or disabled in Bobsuit community but enabled in Bobsuit Pro. That is this filter. This is really helpful whenever you are scanning any huge application and you have to basically see some result. Like you wanted to see, okay, there was some XSS I noticed in name parameter. Do I actually wanted to know which all request contain name parameter? So I can go ahead and click on that, and it will basically filter out that particular whichever character that you wanted to search for. Okay, and yeah, there are, so only in scope item you can say name. Let's see what is it returning. Okay, there are some of the pages where he might have, or the tool might have noticed the name parameter. I'm sure, yeah, name, you can see that. That's why it has basically gone ahead and check. You can customize it as per your need, like you have regex, you have MIME type, you have the success, redirection, all those things you can check by your own. Okay, different filter that you could use with Bobsuit Pro. So let's just go ahead and perform a scan on this. So to do that, I can go ahead and click on scan. Now it will open this particular workflow that I was talking about some second ago. So you can mention that protocol settings, you want to scan HTTP, HTTPS, you want to particularly scan this particular website. What exactly do you want to do? I usually perform a crawl operation first and check the URL which are in scope and which are not in scope. Again, good time to give you a warning, do not scan any public website without proper permission. So you need to have the permission to perform scan. Again, my these videos are all for educational purpose, not do not take it for offensive way or something. It's purely for learning. Okay, so yeah, you could perform this crawl and audit. So if you are only selecting the crawl, then you have to select the scan configuration the same way, like you can go for crawl optimization and all those things. If you are going for crawl and audit, then you can go for crawl and audit option, then the scan configuration will be different. We also have this import feature, like I can basically make a scan configuration and distribute among within my team so that they also utilize it and check or follow the same policy to basically scan the application. Buff has this great feature that is select from library also, right? You can go for crawl and audit, you can go for minimize false positive, you can go for crawl limit 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Based on that also you can basically go for it. I usually prefer this doing by my own, like I can define for my own crawling, I can define for my own auditing. So this is the best way actually. So you can set a crawl limit, you can perform the login function, you can handle any error that you see in between, like timeout and other thing. You can also set up for miscellaneous, like network timeout, another thing. Click on save. This will basically save the configuration name. Of course, you want to name it, then you can name it. Like I can say info ck crawling. Okay, and click on save. Similarly, I can make for auditing as well. Okay, by selecting auditing, many things to be done here. It's again depend from requirement for different organization or different specific type of scan that you wanted to do. I am not going to check all those things in detail. Probably scanning or tuning your scanner is going to be another video about Burp Suite. If you are interested, then let me know. Because in my beginner day, let's say like initial 1 or 2 year, I have struggled a lot with Burp Suite scanner, not able to fine tune it properly, and probably with my experience, after a long time, I figured out that how to make a proper scan with Burp Suite. Okay, so let's name it as InfoCK and auditing. Now both the crawling and auditing is saved. You can basically define for application login also, but I'm going to talk about slide bit later. If there is some like login credential base, then you have to specify that over here. Then resource pool, you can specify how many concurrents can and other thing. Once you click OK, and you could see that in the dashboard, it is basically unauthenticated crawl estimation time remaining. It is basically going ahead and checking out the time remaining. Now here is one thing that I already spoke about in this video about like how to verify whether a scan is happening or what exactly the burp is doing. You can use this extension burp logger plus plus, and you could see in the logging part itself like what the tool is doing, right? You could see that it's trying to fetch or hit the robot.txt, it says 404. It's trying to check some of the URL, it says 200. Okay, so this is where you get an overall idea, like what exactly your tool is doing in the backend. Okay, again, I'm not talking about the fine tune or proper scan because that will be another different video. So let's just keep this video in this particular state itself. If you wanted me to talk about more on scanner, then I can talk about that slide bit later. Let's quickly wrap up with the other few feature. Yeah, usually you get this sequencer and even this decoder, which is same with the community edition. Comparator is also same with the community edition. Yeah, this is one of the important part, extender. So in extender, you could see that there are some pro extension, right? So pro extensions means these extensions are only available with Burp Suite Pro, not with the Burp Suite community. Okay, so there are some other really great extension. Again, do not go by the extension that I am using. I have just used some of the extension probably from my previous scan or some some assessment that I was doing long back, or maybe something that is already there just to keep you view about some of the extension that I'm using. But these are not the only extension that I use. I highly encourage you to utilize all this extension as much as you can, and automate a lot of stuff and find out different vulnerability. Yeah, project options is pretty much the same with the community edition. One of the important feature that is platform authentication that I have never talked about in any particular video. This is one of the really important. Most of the people actually face issue regarding they are not able to intercept with the Burp Suite, why, and all those things. So probably that is going to be a question from you, and if you have any question, probably you can drop that and we'll see what is the issue. Okay, so redirection, streaming response, there are really great options. Miscellaneous options are also there, like Bob Collaborator or Server. These are some of the really scheduled tasks, really interesting options that actually nobody talk about, but really helpful. So we can go for this platform authentication, SOX proxy, really helpful whenever you are, scanning some the customized scenario. So that's pretty much about Burp Suite Pro, and I'm just trying to giving you some knowledge about this Burp Suite Pro. Of course, you could see that the tool has some of the captured vulnerability like clickjacking and even software version detail revealed. Those kind of features are only going to available with the Bob Suite Pro, not with the free. So if you, let's say, I'm going to talk about one of them. Yeah, let's say clickjacking. Okay, so it will highlight somewhere like where it has found this issue. Let's say I'm saying this one. Okay, so you could see the two highlights. If you tap that, it will say that okay, there are issue with respect to this area. You need to check at that, and also it will give you some details about the particular vulnerability. Okay, so that's pretty much about this particular video, and do let me know in the comment box if you have any specific query about Bob Suite Pro. Of course, I'm not done with the Bob Suite Pro. There are more and more video coming on Bob Suite Pro, most likely about the scanner, which we'll talk in someday. And also I'm going to make a dedicated video about this extension, like which are the best extension, which are the extension that I use majorly, and why those are my favorite extension. So to know about those things, do subscribe to my channel and have a great day. Thanks for watching this video.